Hello and welcome. Today we're once again continuing on our little journey of congressional donors. So, um, let's go ahead and kind of hop into this. Um, as always, I've got my notebook, but we're going to do it five at a time, as I have been doing. So, first one we're doing today in alphabetical order. Troy Alderson. He's 57-year-old, and he represents the 12th District of Ohio. He is a Republican, and he is serving his first term as the U.S. representative. He's been a farmer, an automobile dealer, and a member of the House of Representatives in Ohio, as well as a senator for the state in the state of Ohio. Now he's in the U.S. House of Representatives representing Ohio. So he's been in the House and the Senate on the state levels. He's on no committees. Now, his top 5 donors. The first one I have listed here is Huntington Bank Shares, which is a bank holding company headquartered in Columbus, Ohio, and one of the largest banks in the U.S. They donated him $23,000. His second largest donor, Kessler Sign Company. They are a sign manufacturer and based out of Zanesville, Ohio. They donated him $21,500. At number 3 is Dwight Sugar Farms. They are a limited liability company based in Lower City, Ohio. And I'm just assuming it's, of course, farms. They're a limited liability farm, so they donated $20,800. Number 4 is the Operating Engineers Union, which is a trade union within the AFL-CIO representing construction workers who operate heavy machinery and equipment. And they donated $20,000. And his 5th largest donor is the Pioneer PAC, which is a political action committee based in Salt Lake City, Utah. And they donated $20,000 as well. His top 5 industries that donated to him. Number 1, leadership PACs. $262,092. And number 2 is retired. So quite a drop off in the amount here. About 150,000 of a drop off, because retired donated 96,154. Insurance, which is number 3 as far as industries, donated 88,100. Number 4 is oil and gas, which donated 85,000. $830. And number 5, health professionals, which donated $71,232. Now, that was Troy Balderson. Next up is Tammy Baldwin. She's 56-year-old and is one of the 2 senators from Wisconsin. She is a Democrat, and she's now serving her 2nd term. She's been a lawyer, the Dane County, Wisconsin Board, a member of the Dane County, Wisconsin Board of Supervisors, a member of the Wisconsin State Assembly, a member of the U.S. House of Representatives. So she served in the state government as a member of the Assembly, but a member of the national government as a member of the U.S. House, and it was for Wisconsin's 2nd District. She's on the Senate committees for Appropriations, the Senate Committee for Commerce, Science, and Transportation, and the Senate Committee for Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions. Now, her top 5 donors. Number 1 donor, University of Wisconsin. Pretty self-explanatory. It's University of Wisconsin. They donated a total of $419,740. Number 2 was J Street, which is a nonprofit liberal advocacy group whose stated aim is to promote American leadership to end the Arab-Israeli and the Israeli-Palestinian conflicts peacefully and diplomatically. And J Street donated $214,238. Number 3 is the Democracy Engine, which is a web-based platform for organizations that fundraise for candidates and causes. They donated $187,049. At number 4, the League of Conservation Voters, which is an American environmental advocacy group that pushes for environmental laws and policies, elect pro-environment candidates, and hold them accountable. They donated $96,556. And her 5th largest donor, Women Count PAC, which is a non-profit PAC to get more women into politics. And they donated $89,659. Now, her top 5 industries. And this is a race that requires a lot of big money, apparently, just based on the money given. So her number 1 industry, retired, which are retired people and organizations that represent retired people. They donated $4,389,400. $490. Her second largest industry, women's issues. They donated $1,695,864. Number 3, lawyers, law firms. Donated $1,422,080. Her number 4 industry, education, which donated $1,161,341. And number 5 was Democratic or liberal individuals organizations, which donated $975,862. The numbers were outrageous and a bit obscene, but most of the groups that donated I didn't find too horrible. Now, our third candidate, or third member of Congress we're going to talk about today is Jim Banks. He's 39-year-old, and he represents the 3rd District of Indiana in the U.S. House of Representatives. He is a Republican, and he's serving his 2nd term. He's been a Navy reservist and served in Afghanistan. He's been a commercial real estate broker, a member of the Whitley County, Indiana Council, as well as an Indiana state senator. So he was senator in the Indiana State Senate. Now, House committees. As far as House committees go, he serves on the House Committee for Armed Services, the House Committee for Science, Space, and Technology, and the House Committee for Veterans Affairs. His top 5 donors. Number 1 is McAndrews and Forbes, which is a private American diversified holding company headquartered in New York, New York. And they donated $24,350. Number 2, Harris Corp, an American technology company, defense contractor, and information technology specialist provider headquartered in Melbourne, Florida. And they donated $16,000. Number 3, Northrop Grumman. We're starting to see them already, having donated a number of times. But anyway, Northrop Grumman is a global aerospace and defense technology company based in Falls Church, Virginia. They're one of the largest arms traders in the world. They donated $14,500. At number 4 for his donators, the American Bankers Association, which is a trade association for the U.S. banking industry, which donated $11,000. And number 5, the Boeing Company, which is an American multinational corporation that designs, manufactures, and sells airplanes, rotorcraft, rockets, satellites, and missiles and is based in Chicago, Illinois. And they donated $11,000 as well. So far, a lot of his largest donors seem kind of slimy. It's not big money, but they seem kind of slimy. You know, arms traders like Northrop Grumman and Boeing. And what was the other one? Did electronic arms and electronics. And then you have the American Bankers Association. It just feels kind of ugh. Not very good donors. People I'd want to be known for. No. His top 5 industry donors. Number 1, Defense Electronics, $69,499. His second largest industry donor, Defense Aerospace, $66,500. His third largest industry donor, Leadership PACs, $45,250. His fourth largest industry donor, pharmaceuticals and health professionals, and they donated $43,250. And his fifth largest industry donor, real estate, which donated $36,175. So while I thank him for his service for serving America, a lot of the groups he seems to be represented by his largest donors, industries, and individual donors are not the kind of people I'd want to be associated with. Anyway, next we want to talk about Andy Barr. He's 45-year-old and serves the 6th District of Kentucky. He's a Republican as well. He's serving his 4th term, and before he was a representative in the U.S. House, he was a lawyer, a deputy general counsel for Governor Ernie Fletcher and the state of Kentucky. He was a staff member of U.S. Representative Jim Talent, as well as an instructor at Morehead State University. Now, House committees he's on: Financial Services. That brings up his donors. Top 5 donors. Number 1, Genmar Corp. They develop and manufacture quality ground control products for mining, tunneling, and civil construction. They're headquartered in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They donated $35,600. Number 2, Rock Holdings, which is a mortgage lender that operates through its subsidiaries and is headquartered in Detroit, Michigan. And if I remember correctly when I was doing the research, Rock Holdings is the ones that own like Rocket loans or Rocket mortgages. Rocket lenders, I think it was who it was. But anyway, They donated $34,142. Number 3, Alliance Resource Partners, which is a diversified coal producer and marketer headquartered in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They donated $34,050. Number 4, Goldman Sachs. Again, kind of a slimy name. Goldman Sachs is an American multinational investment bank and financial service company headquartered in New York City, New York. They donated $23,100. And his 5th largest donor, Brown-Forman Corp., which is one of the largest American-owned companies in the spirits and wine business. And they donated $20,800. Now, Andy Barr's top 5 industry donors. Number 1, Securities and Investment. And they donated $411,854. His 2nd largest industry donor, Leadership PACs, which donated $403,600. His 3rd largest industry donor, Real Estate, which donated $301,420. His number 4 industry donor is Insurance, which donated $262,736. And his 5th largest industry donor is Commercial Banks. They donated $253,082. And like I said, that was Andy Barr. And last for today, we're going to talk about Nanette Beragon. She's 42-year-old, and she's a representative for the 44th District of California. She is a Democrat, and she's serving her 2nd term. Before she was a U.S. representative, she was a lawyer, a member of the Hermosa Beach, California City Council, and Mayor Pro Tem of the Hermosa Beach, California Council, or Hermosa Beach, California. Her House committees that she's on. She's on the House Committee for Homeland Security and the House Committee for Natural Resources. Now, her top 5 individual donors. Number 1, Emily's List, which is an American PAC that aims to help elect pro-choice Democratic female candidates. They donated $14,675. Her 2nd largest individual donor, Legal Conservation Voters. They donated, they're an American environmental advocacy group that pushes for environmental laws and policies, elect pro-environment candidates, and hold them accountable. And they donated $13,600. Her 3rd largest individual donor is the National Beer Wholesaler Association, which is a trade association that represents the interests of more than 2,850 beer distributors in the U.S., and they donated 12,500. At number 4, Latham and Watkins, the world's second highest grossing law firm, and it's headquartered in Los Angeles, California. They donated 11,750. And at number 5, Buchanan, Ingersoll, and Rooney, a U.S. law firm and lobbying group based out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And they donated 10,800. Her top 5 industry donors. The first was lawyers and law firms, which donated 248,768. Her second largest industry donor, Democratic and liberal groups or individuals, which donated 53,547. So quite a fall off, almost 5 times. Number 3, as far as industry donors, real estate. They donated 52,274. At number 4 is transportation unions, which donated 47,500. And her 5th largest industry donor is leadership PACs, which donated 46,700. And that's all for Nanette Beragon. And that will kind of complete the members of Congress we wanted to go over today. I will keep putting these out. The American people deserve to know who kind of owns their candidates, since it doesn't seem to be the people that own them. But hold your representatives, your senators accountable. If they're not doing their job, vote them out. Don't be afraid to. Because if all they're paying attention to is the money, they're sure not paying attention to you. You know, if you've served in the military, great. I'll, always honor that. That's a great thing. But that doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be a great senator or representative for this country. But anyway, as always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. A little bit of extra education never hurt anyone. It'll only make us better. It seems like we've fallen off since the 1950s and 60s. But that's it for this video. I'll see you all again in the next one. But until then, later.